So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. Blade, it's like it's all they did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it. Hi everyone, Martha here. So I've played the first DLC of Final Fantasy 16. It took me a while to get a hang of this because, man, it's been a couple months since I played that game. The last boss took me a couple hours to beat, and it's at least about this DLC. I would say it would take you about like 5 hours to beat if you played it as bad as I did. It took me from its old day to beat it. I'm gonna leave the Leviathan one for tomorrow, but this one was, I don't know. They said it's Omega, but they were battling, but I think it's more, reminds me more of Alexander. I guess that's from people playing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, since there's where in this DLC you're literally fighting a tower, and so basically Alexander is in Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. But this, basically we're like finding another mother crystal we have to take down. Like, so you're supposed to do in these things are take down mother crystals that like 3 villagers found, and we first have to chase them down, and they lead us to the tower, and we like save them a couple times, but Karen's the one that tells you about it, and it leads you to a tower, which eventually they tell you, like, from this point you can't go any further, and you can't go back while restarting the thing. And it was really in the 2 fights I would say were the hardest. Were probably when you fight this metal soldier, then you fight a guy that has 1 eye, then you fight the tower itself, and let's say all 3 of those fights are the hardest. And like for some reason they have like monsters inside of like little machines, and yeah, we have Joshua coming with us, Jill, and trying to remember the dog's name. Let's forget for being away for so long. Togogo with us, and I missed him so much I had to pet him. I've not pet that wolf in a while. So yeah, it's not that when I bought both of them, so for like, I think each one individually it's like $9. Both of them put together are like $24. I bought this when I got Alan Wake, since I got Alan Wake on sale on the PlayStation Store. So yep, and it was nice to hear all these voice actors again after a couple months, and forgot that my name is literally in the game, literally in this game, because I kept hearing the characters go to Martha's, like, I'm right here. Like, I forgot that one of the characters' names is my name. Yeah, that's what I get for not playing this game for a while. You forget your name is literally in here. So yeah, so I'll probably get this one, like, it's not that long. Like, it takes like 5 hours, so that's why it's and they're just mostly you're trying to go after three villagers, and they have but Crystal is the one that leads us to a little bitty one that Karen finds, and looks like the next one has to do a letter for Sid, and too bad we didn't get to see Sid because man, I love that man. His voice is so sexy. So too bad. So I don't know what else to say. I'm probably gonna give this one like a um 7 out of 10. It's okay. So I'll be back when I talk about the Revive-In one. So back in a bit. Hi everyone, Martha here. So I will probably get a microphone sometime soon. So let's finish this controlling recording this view because I been a couple days. I still have a couple side missions to do, but the side missions really matter. I don't think they do. So I'm just going to talk about what happens during this part of this DLC, and I think this one's a lot better than the last one. Even though I found this one a little bit harder than the last one. One thing I hate about DLCs, and I probably always will hate about them, is that you have to remember the dumb buttons after you have not played in months. And most of the time, they don't teach you what the buttons are. During the DLC, you like have to remember what they are. Because how long ago did I play? Especially since during this fight we fought Infrid. And I did not like the fact that we had to remember how to fight as Infrid during this when we fight Leviathan. Now, I want to know what you guys think. What is Leviathan? Is Leviathan a dragon, or is he a sea monster? Let me know. I guess you might be both. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a Japanese dragon, since those Chinese dragons don't have wings, so that's why I was thinking of it like as a dragon. So yeah. So basically what happens in this, that Clive, Joshua, and Jill go and help Wallace, his name's spelled differently, a baby who has Violethyn inside of him, but he's frozen in time thanks to the Ice Queen, Sheila, whatever her name is, the one that Jill has inside of her, during that time period froze things, because how long he's been frozen in time is 80 years, and basically like one of his direct descendants, but one that's kind of related to him, that was like one of his siblings' descendants. That's the only thing I could think how this girl exists. Finds this baby frozen in time and goes and mails it to Sid. But since Sid's dead, Clyde gets it instead. It gets sent to this place that's kind of has like a barrier and not really be affected by the rest of the world. And that's how they get around with Violethyn not being there. And also frozen in time, and sounds like Ultimate doesn't really care about, because he's okay with perfectly that Clyde didn't even bring him, because he doesn't never bring him up. Well, technically the actual main story gets brought up that Joshua lets it slip that Leviathan is the lost one. And I do like the fight here is pretty hard. Like, only part I would say is when you had to fight stopped him from doing the big typhoon finishing attack. Like, I barely got past it. I don't even know how I did it. Like, I got hit by it, and yet I healed myself enough times, or was hurt enough, that I was able to survive the... Because I... took me like, I don't know if I lost count, probably like, I would say at least 10 tries during that part. Then afterwards, you have to worry about him bringing like a tornado water out of it. I did, once I mentioned I did like that on here, is that one of the villagers here wanted to see the bird, see the chocobo, because I've never seen a silver one. And I completely forgot the entire fact that they have new outfits on here. So I'm sorry if I'm not wearing those new outfits. So yeah, this is a really good DLC. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys my fight, because how long it took me to beat him. And I'm sorry I did not record me doing walkthroughs for it. It's because I was doing this one, doing Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I didn't want to have to worry about recording 2 different games. So it's hard enough to record one game and do all the movies, books, TV shows, and now I have to worry about 2 games. So I'm sorry if that happened, but these 2 DLCs are not that important to the grand thing of the 16th game. So it's, to me, it's not that big a deal, but I think they're really good. So I'm probably gonna get this one get these 2 DLCs, 2 different scores. Probably gonna get the second one like an 8. I'll probably get the first one a 6. So there you guys go. And I just found it weird that we're finding a baby the entire time. I mean, you thought it was sad finding your own little brother. Well, you're gonna find a baby. So yeah. Luckily we didn't kill him. So yeah. So alright. Forgot to mention this. One of the enemies that's been used in a lot of Final Fantasy games that was not in the original game, and I thought it was cool that they brought it back for the DLC, was the Tomberry. And man, does it look different. It looks like it's almost human size, because usually Tomberries are really small. So I got a picture showing you guys what they usually are. What color they usually are. So I just want to show you guys that. And talk about it and what I think about it. I like how they usually look, because they're supposed to look not intimidating and not one of the least bit threatening, and now they kind of look threatening in my book. So yeah, I no longer estimate them. So I don't know if they're really a good look compared to what they usually look like. They're not small. They're about the same size as you, so it's not the same thing. So yeah, there you go. I just wanted to add that to the video. I'll see you guys later, like you were described, and I might show this the final cutscene if on here. So bye-bye. Enjoy it if I'm not talked long enough. Bye.
It's all right. We should find him a dry blanket now. Wouldn't want the little monster catching a cold.
there. He's finally asleep.
The poor thing had a long day.
That makes two of us. So, what happens now?
Now? Now, we make things right.
How?
By providing Walyas what he was denied. A place to learn and grow. A family to love and protect him. So that one day, when the wounds in his heart and mind have finally healed, he might decide for himself how he'd like to live the rest of his life. But until then, I'll stay by his side, come what may.
Then he's a lucky boy. And not only because he'll have the best warrior this side of the belt to teach him the battle axe.
She'll do her best.
Shula, the beast that threatened your home is tamed. The empire that threatened your people toppled. Might it not be time to cast off your ancestors' glamour and retake your place in the Twins?
Perhaps. It's not as if we have the crystals to maintain the wall much longer. But are we truly safe? Is the world truly ready to accept us for who we are and what we believe? If I remember rightly, you and yours still choose to remain hidden, do you not?
We do.
Well, your people will always be welcome in Haven, regardless.
As will yours in the hideaway. We're allies now. If there's anything you need from us, supplies, food, equipment, do not hesitate to ask.
It's kind of you to offer. But we'll manage, just as we always have. Besides, I suspect you'll be needing everything at your disposal if you're going to save the world.
I fear much of it is past saving. The best we can do is strive to turn what's left into a world where we can all live as equals.
A noble endeavor. And there'll be a place in this world for us, will there? For Walyas?
For everyone. I swear it.
Then we shall be waiting. Until the tides bear you back to shore.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Walyas. Only time will tell. But I can certainly think of worse places to spend one's childhood. The Moats of Water are a fine people, and they will take good care of him.
Up by the Vare, Ultima spoke to me. He called Leviathan his most profane fragment, and told me to redeem the sins that had laid him low.
Is that so? The sins of Walyas' ancestors were grave indeed. To force him to prime at so tender an age.
And to freeze him in time, that he might never know what it was to live.
Yet I doubt either of those crimes was the source of Ultima's displeasure. It was that the Icon's power had been put to another purpose than the one he intended. To him, Leviathan must have seemed an aberration.
Could that be why Ultima made no attempt to lead me to him? The fear that this profaned fragment might corrupt his vessel somehow.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he simply deemed Leviathan surplus to requirements. Having concluded that his vessel might be made to serve his purposes without the full sum of his power.
His purposes. There's no escaping them. Even here. Hidden away in Mysidia, the blessing of the crystals proved nothing but a prison. A prison into which Wallius was born, and from which freedom is hard won. If the world doesn't change, if we don't change it, he'll end up suffering the same fate as every dominant who came before him.
Then we must change it.
That we must.
And we shall.